Om Sri Saram Guru Devadatta. Welcome to Center of Light Foundation. Tonight, I'm going to feed some children. And I hope you help me in this beautiful, opportunative situation. Children are hungry. We're going to do something about it. At least this guy is. However you do something, be it sharing this presentation, caring, or you daring enough to take action. Tonight is Center of Light. Action. Va. The God-given backbone to help others in need. They're calling. We must answer the call. That's just the way it is. See you shortly. Welcome to Center of Light Foundation. Today is a blessed, glorious day for Dr. KK and KB. Did some financial institution stuff for the Center of Light Foundation. I met a beautiful banker. Her name was Sandra. What a illumined lady. So if she's listening or will listen, hello, Sandra. Everyone, tonight is Center Light Foundation, Fire Clarity. Tonight is action, the Va. And we're going to feed some children. I need your help. Talibu can use your help. When children are involved, everything stops. Sort of like that meme you see floating around on social media. When a child has a play phone and says, "Here, Daddy, talk, answer it." You answer it. You just do. Likewise, we answer the call. What is the call? It's one and all. Action. Center of Light Foundation is about action. Everything is about action. Conscious or not. Hello, Linda. Hello, KK. Bob Mason, my Broham sandwich. Kelly Bauman. Let's see what's happening on YouTube real quick. This is spread everywhere, so fantastic. Tonight is Center of Light. Action. Regardless, or a word that is erroneously used. It's not even a word, in fact. Irregardless, we all are going to have to take action at some point or another. But now is the time to get so crystal clear that the light that moves through you is unencumbered. about action. Many people in the world are in trouble. It is karma. But I didn't do anything. Somewhere along the way, we all did. And it comes back. But the beautiful lesson is a blessing, which is, and people who are dealing with said karmas, that's a plural word. It's actually a word in this regard, in this irregard. And these karmas teach everyone else, the students, how to be more compassionate. So that being said, that everyone has karma as to why certain people may be born in certain countries in certain conditions, and certain people may have certain wealth when they, quote, don't deserve it at all. The universe does not work in this way. It's not how it works. But people incarnate only to help others become more compassionate. And in the compassion of the others, those who are in trouble lift as well. Until this is understood, nothing happens. Nothing happens. No one goes anywhere. We don't raise because we have no compassion. And those who are fashioned in a situation that they've tried their best to get out of, and in endless loops of unconsciousness, nothing happens. This is not to say whatsoever that my soul brother Talibu is unconscious, because he's very conscious. In fact, he's a very amazing spiritual teacher. It's his humility that it imbues who he is. I said this to the banker today. We're having a fantastic conversation, not about funds, but we were having fun. That it doesn't require reading a whole bunch of books and a whole bunch of this or doing a whole bunch of that. Wisdom is inherent in kindness, because kindness is a manifestation of infinite wisdom itself. So, I've learned some time ago, when someone's in trouble, you step in. You do the Christed thing. You sacrifice. Hello, Melinda. So I have posted, and will post again. Let's get this started off right. Tonight is not about funding Center of Light Foundation at all. Tonight is about funding my brother in Africa Martin and his children and his family who need food. Chick dude, I need your help. He needs your help. Those children need your help. There is the GoFundMe link yet again. I understand we give what we can. Add a little extra something, a little extra oomph in your donation. The universe will pay you back. It's got your back anyway. We have to take action. Now, however you, if you decide at all, choose to be a part versus being apart, as in separate, but to be a part of something in unity, integrity, goodness, law, God, all these wonderful qualities of what we all not only have, but what we are at our essence. Share. If you can't do it monetarily, share this somewhere else. You may bring about however much more dollars, even $15. This is a telethon. It's a radio-a-thon. And I'm Jerry Lewis. Hello, Kim Gary. Share this everywhere. That's one way to contribute. Care, another. Prayer, another. Let me share with you how prayer really works. You cannot get out of this conundrum, no matter how hard you try. The shortest distance from wherever you live to another place is a straight line. So there's no point of going to where I am on Earth, to the moon, God, if you will, up something up there, very far up there, like a satellite beaming up and down, a cell phone pinging a satellite, and then it shoots. So I'm here and I'm praying, dear God, dear God, dear God, dear God. And I'm shooting this through my cell phone to a satellite. God is the satellite, the light. And to ping it down on some other point on the earth for the person you are trying to bless or blessing or attempting to. It has its advantages. The shortest distance between 2 points is the shortest route. So there's no point to go up here and to go down. Jesus himself said, don't pray to me to pray for you. I won't do such things. I won't do such things. So true, accurate, and most powerful prayer is, I'm feeling this thing in my gut because it doesn't feel so good. 2, I feel this power every second, every minute, every hour of the divine that lives in my heart. I don't need to send this to the divine. The divine already knows the concerns of said person you're trying to take care of. It's not the Old Testament. Send me 100 of you in the city that follow me, and I will spare all of you. The Old Testament, Sodom and Gomorrah stuff. It's dead biblical nonsense. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So it requires us to be aligned, and to be straight with the person we are praying for. You send your direct energy to the person. Now you can call upon the higher ups, by all means. Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, your great grandmother, and all your deceased relatives who are now living in the planes of love to support you in it. But the best result is a direct result, a direct effect. You put your into the person you're sending your love to. You don't have to ask or send a request thinking that's best. There's something else. You have to test yourself and your pushing power. I'm going to put all of me and send this directly to someone I care about. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. As above, so below, on forever it will go. Can never be changed, can never be fudged, can never be budged. The law of the divine is eternal, which means it's everywhere all the time. It's in every globule of light. You, me, we are globules of light. Full, the effulgence of 10,000 sons we are, and daughters. So it's about taking action versus passively taking action. Dear Lord, it's beautiful stuff, I tell you, it is. But there's a more effective way to take action. So what does that look like? It looks like you and I taking action. It's the Va. Ya, the circle, is the heart, God, infinity, divinity. The snake swallowing its own tail. It just goes on forever. Na is the mind. Using discernment, honest, concrete reasoning, and I don't mean opinions and belief, reasoning to become clear so that the light of the Ya can move through the Na, the mind, so we can arrive to the place where we are tonight for my soul brother and his family in Africa who needs food, to the Va, taking action. I'm going to feed some children tonight, and I can sure use your help. Donate what you can. Things which cannot become things, everything is so small. That which exists cannot become that which does not exist. Simply by definition, non-existence does not exist. 4 things you can never change. You exist. And I've learned a long time ago, worrying about my existence, when I put that on the front burner and everyone else on the back burner, I started to fade away. I started to not exist per se. 4 things you can never change. You exist. Number 2, all is one and one is all. What you put out, you get back. I understand. Times are tough for all of us. And we've adjusted ourselves accordingly to where we live and how things are. So people in third world countries who have adjusted or live in that lifestyle, when they're in trouble, they are in trouble. And people in America or wherever you are, as you live in your lifestyle and you're in trouble, really, honestly, are no different than the difference is children are hungry in your own country, in your own state, possibly even in your own house. This is what Center of Light Foundation is about, to empower and to endow people not only with truth, education, but also sustenance on all levels. Number 4, the only thing that never changes is change itself, and the world is changing, and the world is going to exponentiate and change itself. But if we want to become conscious of that program, it is definitely about giving. Also about receiving, because receiving and giving are not 2 separate entities. It's in the reception or the receiving of abundance that we all have and move in and out of our system. Money, like blood, needs to move or else it will clot. All that is natural turns within itself, becoming infinitely greater expressions of itself or supernatural. God. And there is nothing, and let me read that again. I forgot the kicker. I need to say it in cadence. All that is natural turns within itself, becoming infinitely greater expressions of itself or supernatural God. And there is nothing you can do about it. I love it. If you want to see God in its most natural state, the supernatural state, you have to open yourself up to beauty. And taking care of that which is beautiful, children, brings us into the supernatural. The link is in these forums, top and also in the feed. If you can't seem to find that link to the GoFundMe for Talibou and his children, send me an inbox, KeithAnthonyBlanchard@gmail.com. However you choose to contact me. This little frivolous thing, I get it, is for your enjoyment. That you bought yesterday, that you do for once a week, maybe just skip a week. The returns are monumentous, not just only monetarily. Spiritual freedom is afoot. Many people will give their foot for food. I would rather help them step up by stepping up myself. Talibou, my brother, God bless you, bro, and your family. So just to let everyone know, the scale we are speaking of, that Talibou, I was looking for a presentation today. Just got back from the bank. Center of Light Foundation is about God, clarity, action. And my friend Talibou contacted me, said, Keith, can you help me? And I said, not only can I will. And it created my presentation tonight. And you can see the joy and the glee on my face. I'm so delighted, excited for him. He said, we need some rice, a half a bag of rice, half a bag. And I said, just give me an idea of what am I looking at? He said, $35 US. And I said, and then he responded again, a whole bag would be $50. I have no doubt This would be a month supply of food for his children. $50 from what I am doing, not I am doing, but the fact that I'm sitting in this chair, that we are all doing. The link is in this forum. Give monetarily, give your heart, be it in prayer, share, care. But I dare ask you to do something. You know what it's like when you're hungry? Not because you're hungry, just because you're hungry. Go a little longer without food, and the body starts demanding it. And you go into cold sweats. Blood sugar becomes low. Life begins to leave your body. I understand the act of fasting. This is doing something consciously. I'm speaking about having no choice in a situation. But I have a choice in a situation. We all have choices in this situation. Take a short song break. Going to be right back. I'm going to do some reviewing of some past Center of Light presentations. Also a little more informations about Center of Light foundations. Everyone choose to share. Minimally, really, $5. Just $5. We have 20, 30, 40, 60, 100 of people going to watch this over the next few days. $1. Everything. And also, when I find out who donated, I'm going to do everything I have, thanks to Robert. Boxes of gifts, rings, pendants, crystals. Let me know that you want something in particular. Keith, I want a ring, a necklace, or a crystal. My size for a ring is whatever it is. I'll find one that intuitively feels like you. And on my own dime, I will send it to you. Free. But donate. Your time, your heart, your space, your place to take action. Lavender Soul, my spiritual man. What perfect song to bring about unity, joy, peace, brotherhood to the world.
Making one of 100 million pieces, making one of each and every heart, giving one love like you really mean it, seeing one in each other every day. Loving one is how to get to heaven. Sharing one, the love that you are. Hearing one, that little voice inside. Being one with all the people. Teaching one all the children about love. Finding one, your own peaceful heart. Causing one to feel peace too. And that's the way. And that's the be one. Being one that lives to make a difference, caring for one who really needs a friend, opening one to truth that they see, yeah, lifting one to dwell in the kingdom, dwell in the kingdom, sending one only thoughts of happiness, receiving one love that's your gift. Think as one ends the separation. Being one saves the world. Teaching one all the children about love. Finding one your own peaceful heart. Causing one to feel peace too. And that's the way.
Officially bringing Jesus to the track. The great I am is officially bringing Jesus to the track. The great I am is officially bringing Jesus to the track. He's officially bringing the great I am is officially bringing Jesus to the track. The great I am is officially bringing Jesus to the track. The great I am is officially bringing Jesus to the track.
Welcome back to Center of Light. Good to see you tonight as always. The great I am bringing Jesus to the trap. This happened right outside of my apartment door. You saw how close I was to that beautiful lady. I talk to her every once in a while. In passing, going somewhere and coming back, and we're both doing this passing by kind of thing. I said, I video recorded you that day. She said, did you? I said, I did. And I felt intuition that it would be okay that I use it in my presentation. She said, did you? Do you? I said, I do. I said, what happened to you? She goes, I don't know. Obviously, she's a Christian. She said, I've never done such a thing before. I was just going into my apartment and something said, stop right here, and praised his tree. But she's in that fire when nothing else matters. You heard the apartment manager behind her? Ma'am. That didn't exist for her. She was locked into the zone, taking action. What action is she taking by doing this? She's taking the action of allowing the pillar of light to come into her in a way that she understands by calling out to Jesus. You may call out to Krishna or Buddha. God forbid, your deceased child or your grandparents on the other side. Beauty is beauty, irregardless. What you may see beauty as beauty in your deity. When you look at your child becomes your deity, does it not? Let me ask you this. This is going to put you in a hell of a situation or heaven of a situation. You see your deity, right? And then you look at your child. Sounds blasphemic and maybe I shouldn't go there, but I am going to go there because it's a teaching tool to stimulate thought, feeling, and action, which is choose your deity or your child. The reason for this tool that I'm using is to show the playing field that everything is even, that there is no choice to be made about anything, that everything is beautiful. Tonight is about those children in Africa, all of Africa, but we can only do so much individually, as a group, and it requires everyone to group together and take that said action. From homecoming, crossing the bridge to the soul, like Lavender Soul said in the song break. Teaching one, it's about the children, about love. Finding one, your own peaceful heart. Cause the world to feel peace too. That's the way. It's the only way. And the way is going down. It's going in, out and all about. Share, give to the cause. The link to the forum, to the GoFundMe is in this forum. Whatever you can spare, share, prayer, or care. Dare. From homecoming, crossing the bridge to the soul about tonight's presentation. Action, va, the backbone, the God-given backbone, so we can stand erect. Maybe you can't stand at all because you're in a wheelchair. Not necessarily so. Your spirit is not in a wheelchair. It's an attitude shift, a disposition, a conscious choice for any of us to claim such divine voice and stand. From homecoming, crossing the bridge to the soul. This is in accordance, parallels with tonight's presentation. My dialogue with Spirit all those years ago. Keith, I tell you yet again that there is so much abundance within you, and I'm surely starting to get this. Took me all those years. 25 of them, in fact. Beloved, I tell you that there is so much abundance within you, but how can you expect to see that when you are not yet clear? And I ask, so you're telling me that the reason I've stayed so frustrated is because I haven't been able to realize your bounty and how to manifest it? Is that it? Spirit responds, not only that, your frustration has thrown your mind into ego overdrive, and that, combined with your feelings of need, makes you think that you must get it while the getting is good. And I ask the question, isn't that the way the world operates? And Spirit responds, not entirely. But you are correct in one sense. There are many lack-minded corporations that refuse to let go of their need and greed to possess and monopolize. They are the primary reason the Earth's health has gotten so poor. If they are allowed to continue, their ongoing abuse of the planet will hasten her, Mother Gaia, will hasten her death and dying. And I ask the question, What can we do to keep that from happening? The clearer everyone gets, the more effective you will become at removing the parasitic energy, because you will be using your own God-given power to correct the seemingly irreversible damage they have done. Key word here is not the irreversible damage, but the seemingly, that's a belief, the seemingly irreversible damage they have done. Everyone must change from poverty thinking to prosperity thinking. When that happens, you will each become a channel for the abundance to return, radiate here, outward, and help heal the planet, the children that are hungry. This part of the world, for whatever, this goes in many different directions. But I want to help my soul brother and his children and his family in Africa tonight. Please donate and take action and become a center of light. Stand in the foundation of the truth. Everyone must change from poverty thinking to prosperity thinking. When that happens, you will each become a channel for abundance to return, radiate outward, and help heal the planet. Once everyone looks upon me, meaning God, when everyone looks upon me as the infinite repository of wisdom and wealth, the world's spiritual revolution, resolution, evolution will begin, and the world's lack will end. And then I asked the question, you mean there will be no more starving people in the world? And Spirit says, no, Keith. I mean that you will no longer see these people as starving, but as nourished. It is this very shift in perception that will compel all of you to do what is next in sequential order. Feed the world. And I ask, so what you're saying is that there is no lack of anything anywhere. Lack is your point of view, my friend, not mine. And that point of view is the cause of all your quandaries. Why the world has not addressed the hunger problem more aggressively baffles me! Exclamation point. Spirit really, in my conversations in all my books, never really uses exclamation points. Why the world has not addressed the hunger problem more aggressively, the Spirit is using the word aggressively, baffles me! Exclamation point. And I felt so humbled and kicked in my solar plexus. I asked, have we insulted you? As if you could and ever insult Spirit, which you can't. But in this context, in this dialogue, it does serve a purpose so we can see an energy playing itself out. Have we insulted you? What insults me is that you have done so little with all that I've given all of you. And I respond, but what about all those organizations? Not going to be this one. But what about all those organizations that feed the hungry? I ask. Spirit responds by saying, Keith, are there still starving people in the world? And I say, yes. Then you have done nothing. I'm laughing because it's not funny. Then you have done nothing but attempt to feed the hungry. Because the world still operates from lack, it thinks that enough is being done. But that belief only keeps you worshiping the almighty dollar that you do not want to lend to someone else, and instead of the Almighty within that can provide the world with everything it needs. So really, it's not the currency. It's not the currency. It's that we become so current, not in the past, somewhat in the future because we're blessing, but more in the current, right here, right now. Do you see? Current, see, currency. It's an excuse, a means by which, via, we offer gifts. How come is it, and I ask this of myself often, I'm looking, 1 second. At its work. What is it inside of us that thinks this piece of paper, a receipt, money, outflux, influx, all right, document of a transaction? How is this any different from the said money that I used to buy my food or someone gave me? It's still paper. The money, the paper of it, has no value. And what makes this real as well? This is a coin. It's just metal. And I'm going to tap it on something else that's metal. In fact, this thing I'm tapping on cost me $900 freaking dollars. So we have all these influxes, dynamics, and mathematical problems, equations more so than problem. It's not a problem. It's an equation that needs to have a solution. Money is made of paper strips and metal discs. And I'm getting it. And I'm giving it. Hello, Rhonda. Rhonda says, I volunteered last year for a government program that passed out food for the community. I didn't take the job for payment. I love it. The food and giving to others while having food for myself was payment. Money. It's money. It's spiritual liberation. We are going to lose the value of said currency, money. It's happening. The great transition into the spirit, that which is most valuable, is not other people first. Ish. It's you first. And then others second. Hear me out. Hear me in. Listen in. Keith, that sounds selfish. Selfish. It's because it is, and that's the way it needs to be. It needs to be selfish. You have to take care of you. There's no point in jumping in a swimming pool when someone's drowning, knowing you're going to die. It doesn't go anywhere. Idea. You have to become the full cup to be able to pour from your heart into someone else's. You can do it for a while, but you're going to have to refuel, or you're going to literally kill yourself and kill the flame of your soul itself. So at first, it's about being selfish, making it about you. And then when you establish the real you, the Yah, God is in me forever, and at my essence, it's exactly who I am, the child. I'm it itself. I am not a drop in the ocean. I am a drop that contains the whole ocean. You would get that through devotion. And then the Na, the clarity, that I love this thing. And then we take action. This is where we are. This is the satisfaction everyone is truly looking for. The world is changing. And the rug is being pulled out from under our feet / heart. Definitely our minds. What is coming down the pike, you are not supposed to understand. That is the point entirely. But we have to find ourselves and entirely take action. Everything's getting wonky. The vibration is getting faster and faster and faster, and the others are getting slow. It's kind of like rubbing your head and your tummy at the same time. So these dualistic dynamics are happening. But there's something else happening between these two opposite polarities, and that's the center point. And if you find yourself on both in the middle of the wonkiness, you are actually where you're supposed to be. And of course, if you find yourself in the garden, you're definitely where you are. But if things are just wonky, and you can't find equilibrium, you're going to have to do something different. The fastest way to change your energetic signature, your vibration, is through service. Talibu and his family, his children needing food, the purpose of this fundraiser tonight, is of said service. It comes in all guises, also all disguises as well. You're not supposed to know what's coming. I know it intuitively, how energy plays out. Being a musician, you play certain chords, brings us to a chorus, brings us to a bridge in a song, a bridge, crossing the bridge to the soul. That's pretty freaking phenomenal. Let me get a book. I'm playing a song, right? Here's my song, my blues song, full of clouds, darkness, fear, anxiety, dread, dead, all that dark, thick, dense human stuff, right? I'm playing my song. And here's the chorus, right? It goes to a major key. Minor keys are always moody, sad. Major keys are always happy. Paul McCartney, mostly in major keys. John Lennon, mostly in minor keys. So here's our blues song, right? Here's the chorus. Everybody sings, everybody knows the chorus to any song. You might not know all the lyrics to the whole song, but you know the chorus. Sweet home Alabama. It's happy, giddy, it's up, it's fun. But there's a time in the song when it gets to the bridge. Homecoming, crossing the bridge to the soul. The bridge, we get to the bridge. And on the way out of that said musical bridge in that song, it transitions to the next level. The final chorus of said musical masterpiece. Chorus, meaning many people are singing it together. Many people singing together bring about joy. I'm asking you, offering an opportunity, actually, really. There are links in this forum to a GoFundMe for Talibu and his children, so they're able to eat for a month, men only. $50 will give he and his family, food of rice for a month. See, it doesn't require much, but whatever you do will touch a lot. Let's see what we got. I'm going to go into a segue break. Tonight was really about offering support to my soul bro. He's illumined. He's not misplaced in a third world country. He's placed in my heart. He's a good boy. Let's see. What am I looking for? Here we go. How to manifest us Americans more in the West than in other people's situation. Some spiritual novel stuff for the fun of it, but it is an art. Learn the art. It's taken me years. For many people, it takes no time. They get the aha. Everybody has a switch. You have a switch inside of you. We all have a switch. And we all fumble around the switch. We never really, actually once in a while in life, we find it and our finger falls from enemy, and we keep searching for that switch. We keep searching for that ongoing incandescence, illumination, light. We call it Jesus. We call it caring for someone that you just simply love and care about, or your lifestyle. It's all even. These are all fragments, fractals, faces of God in your life that bring you joy. See you shortly. How to manifest from an artful position versus someone in a situation that need is needed. I'll see you shortly.
The rhythm. Now I have a swell surprise for you.
Hello everyone, Keith Anthony Blanchard here, spiritual teacher, best-selling author, and radio show host of Center of Light Radio, which broadcasts every Monday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can find that show at centeroflightradio.com. I've been having a lots of response, overwhelming response at that, of these Burst of Light installments. I really enjoy doing them. I love empowering people with the tools they need so they can create their best life. That's my gig. You can call me the Passion Guru. I love giving the tools of empowerment to you. That gift was given to me by someone many, many years ago, and I love paying it forward. Today, I want to talk to you about manifesting, the art of manifesting your life. It is an art. We manifest our lives all the time, whether we know that we do it deliberately or not, consciously or not. Our life, as I said before, is an ongoing, never-ending prayer. And what we ask for, consciously or not, we get. So, even though we manifest our lives by default, wouldn't you agree that we might as well get with the conscious, deliberate program of manifesting so we can have exactly what we want? I did talk to you in a past installment about how asking for nothing, wanting nothing, and letting go brings all that which you want into your life. But also there's the active part of that, which is doing your part to consciously create deliberately. How do you do that? The first and foremost principle I would like to offer to you, and I'm sure many of you spiritualists out there understand that everything is connected. You've heard in the spiritual movement, we are one, we are all one. It doesn't mean exactly that you are always one with people, but it also means that you're one with everything. That chair, that car, that person as well. But every aspect of the outer world, it's just a reflection of your inner self. As they say in the movie, The Matrix, there is no spoon. This is the absolute truth of it. There is no spoon. There is no chair. There is no job. There is no partner. There is no money. It's all you. It's all about you. And so the nuts and bolts of it is to take the idea from here. It's to take the idea that you're connected to every here and bring it here, all one, and really begin to explore and play with this energy. And as you begin to manipulate yourself in this way, you will learn, you will refine the process, and your outward manifestations, or the lack thereof, will be the sounding board for you to test, to judge how you are doing in the process of developing your manifesting muscles. When I want to create something in my life, I use passion, I use sincerity, I use fire, I use one-pointed focus. I have also learned to remove myself from the belief that, am I really going to get this? It is a fact. And it's more of a learning curve that I have to go through for each particular thing or idea that I want to manifest in my life. But the idea is to become the very thing that you are wanting to show up in your experience. For example, let's just use a car. Hot rod. Nice red Ferrari. This is something you want. Yeah, but that's really out of my league. It's a little expensive. Just keep in mind, this might be the perfect analogy for you because you believe it's out of your league and it's very expensive. And the upkeep and the maintenance would be up there in the dollar figures. But this is all belief inside of one person's head. So how do I get this Ferrari, Mr. Keith Blanchard? Well, I'm still working on that myself. But I can tell you that this manifesting technique has worked wonders in my life. For example, the Ferrari. If you want this car, you have to make it real within yourself. It's not about the money. What you really want is not the car. What you really want is the feeling that the red Ferrari will bring you. So what I suggest you do is go down to the car dealership who has such automobiles on their lot. Look at one, admire it, touch it, appreciate it, sit in the seat. Ask if you can test drive the car. Do this once a week, once a month. Make the experience real. Feel the car, Feel the steering wheel in your hand. Feel the engine as it purrs under you. You have to make this tangible within yourself and be excited about it, because it's that level of excitement that will bring about the car into your experience. But yeah, Keith, where will I get the money? It's not about the money. That is not your job. Your job is not the knowing how. The job is firing up your own Ferrari here, your own automobile, your own fire, your own spiritual Ferrari engine. Who knows? You may help someone one day who happens to be a multi-gazillionaire. And through your helping, the car may be gifted to you. Now, you can use this technique in any area of your life. You want a particular relationship in your life. Be that particular relationship. And by law, it will manifest in your life. How does it go in the movie? I think it's The Secret. This lady was talking about the idea, I'm gonna paraphrase this, of course, that she wanted a mate. And she realized that she kept sleeping in the middle of the bed, not realizing that she's taking up the whole bed, hogging the whole bed, and couldn't see how she was not leaving room in her life for a mate to show up and occupy one particular side of the bed. And she was doing the same thing, parking her car in her 2-car garage, right in the middle, so another car couldn't fit. Another person could not fit in her life. When this dawned upon her of what she was doing and metaphorically saying to the universe, she began to park a car on one side of the garage, leaving room for someone else to park their car in her spiritual garage. But also, at the same time, she began to sleep on her favorite side of the bed, leaving room for that same particular person to show up in her life. And as I said before in another Burst of Light installment, it's about making yourself available, making yourself open. You have to have an emptiness about you for that which you want to call into your life to show up. And then again, the principle applies. Realize that you are not separate from that which you want to bring into your experience. Well, yeah, Keith, I know. It goes way beyond that. In fact, it's a lot more subtler. It's easier than it is difficult. Relax into that experience. Believe in yourself. Believe in the power. The power that lives in your heart is the power that creates worlds and universes. So a simple red Ferrari should be easy, right? Well, it is. I leave this with you. Get to working on manifesting your dreams. Keith Anthony Blanchard here. Again, you can find me at keithanthonyblanchard.com or centeroflightradio.com. I look forward to seeing you on my shows on Monday. I have great guests. Welcome back to Center of Light. It's good to see you tonight, every night, whenever I am in the zone and or able to do what I do, which is my passion, to hang out with you. While watching the video I just played from many years ago, I know it seems very superficial, very selfish, and all these other words I can use to describe how this came across to other people who might be so not into having cars, they just want food. That is the point entirely. The technique that was offered is applicable irregardless of the situation. So if you are such a one that lives in a country where food is not as plentiful as it is for others, it's still the same lesson. It's still the same magic, which is you don't have to want a red Ferrari. That's a Western American, arrogant, money, success story telling someone else as a showpiece kind of thing. I get it. But we want what we want. And for whatever reasons, people in other countries may want certain things, and in other countries, other certain things. But the teaching and the lesson that's pressing home is the same. So my brother from Africa, Talibu, must have done those very things himself, as to why he contacted me today when I was looking for a presentation. And it just so happened that today I got with the bank and created a business account for the Center of Light Foundation, which yesterday became a legal entity. How else could I not christen the boat, the maiden voyage, to be of service? I see something. Muhammad Amar says, I am gonna unfollow this. Bro, God bless you. Either way, we are still in the same boat. We want what we deserve. And you deserve to unfollow this. God bless you, bro. So everyone, thank you very much. Good to see you. Just a recap of what's going on for me energetically, intuitively in the world. We have been given the gift, we have, of COVID. Many people lost people. It is a gift. It doesn't seem like one, and I understand. And I cannot ever and will never profess to know what it's like to be you. But it is a gift in and of itself. A diamond in a peanut butter jar is still a diamond. We may not see things always so immediate. Eventually, we see, because we learn how to see. We've been in a lull. We've been given the grace to catch our breath. But there's another foot that is about to start kicking. It's not a bad affirmation. I'm not trying to self-fulfill you with erroneous prophecy. I'm speaking about knowing how energy works as a musician, as a metaphysician. It comes in cycles. It comes and it goes. But there is no resolution to the energy until the song, universe, one verse song. The universe is one song. Until the song resolves itself. If you think about this, if you imagine listening to a band, if you think about dialogue, communication with another person, it's always about question and answer. Question. Hey, Keith, what's happening? Man, life is great. What's going on with you? So this is the dynamic of relationship and communion and community with other entities, people. Imagine how ineffective, boring, mind-boggling it would be if there was always just question. How are you? What's happening? And just this endless repetitive loop of questions. So there's always a dance happening. Question and answer, question and answer, question and answer. As I said earlier, what is coming down the pike, knowing how energy moves. Energy, in order to graduate to the next level, to level up, to phase up to another phase, there has to be some sort of resolution. Resolution is not always meaning moving into order to get out of chaos. That is somewhat true. But a deeper truth is to see order in the chaos. So in other words, we're in chaos. We have been in chaos for the last few years. And many people know how to navigate the spirit, the soul, to stay planted. Others have not been so granted the same grace. Well, we all have. They just are where they are. Now that this energy is moving and ever fluxing, and it's getting faster, 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 it's going to require everyone who is trying to catch up to become faster, faster, faster at processing what is transpiring. We can all go outside and blame all the Democrats and the Republicans, and all that goes nowhere. And I get it. You may lean more so on one side of the fence or more so on this side of the fence. And that's just where you are. And it doesn't mean that your position is wrong, nor does it mean it's right. It's just the 6 or the 9. So how do we find the truth about politics, if that's the word I can use, and I'm doing it deliberately? Politics. You hear people say libtards, liberals, and they're casting stones and not realizing that they've committed the same sin, so to speak, because we are all liberals. If you truly want to understand what liberalism and liberal is, look up the definition. Go to Webster's and look it up. And every part of you is in that definition. It got out of hand. It got a little wonky. So now liberal means a little something else. But the true definition of liberal, let's think about the word liberation. It means I don't give a shit about you. I care about you, but I don't give a shit about what you do. Leave me alone, because this is about my liberation. I am a liberal one. I care for other people. I want to give, and all these wonderful, beautiful qualities. But it got a connotation that's really wonky. So everyone is trying to find their balance more so than ever on a planetary system, on a rock that we call Earth. It really comes down to what we believe. No, that's so erroneous. What we feel we are worth. And until we feel we are worth Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, everything that could ever be that is so important and powerful and needed for the whole system to be viable, buoyant, and staying afloat, you will never die. You exist. You can never not exist. Non-existence is non-existence. You exist. That can never change. Give. Contribute to the system. Tonight has been about soul brother from Africa, Talibu, Benzuda. Say, Keith, I need some food for my family. Let's give him some food for his family. Whatever you got. $50 between all of us gives him a month of food. I'm not trying to limit. There is no limit. Let me find that link. I want to share this before I go. Thank you for joining. Monetary, share, care, prayer, however suits your current situation. Let me find this yet again. Here we go. I'm going to post this in these forums, but in this forum, it's going to look like a bunch of digits that you can't click on. I'm going to post it here. Hello, beautiful Donna Owens. Light language sister. And there we go. Leanne says, I'd give if I'm able, yet have prayer. Thank you, baby. So everyone, thank you for joining. It's good to see you. You're not joining a military. You're joining with something which is beyond anything. In fact, it's such a joining. There's really not a facetedness, facedness, fractaledness. When we begin, which I am doing, I've been doing this the last few years, and I absolutely know without a doubt many of you are doing it as well. How do I know that? Because I know the level of connection, trust, honesty, and relationship that we have together. Take care of my brother in Africa. A few dollars. You got a $20 in your pocket, and it takes $50 a month of rice for his family to eat. We got to save the children. I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Thank you. Center of Light Foundation is now a legal entity. What is the Center of Light Foundation? It's you. The center of light of all creation is in you. That which creates worlds and universes. When we all stand on that foundation, graduation comes from the integration, and then we all move into the level of absolute eternal elation. Help my brother out. Peace, loving.